Welcome back. This is Jamie, I'm George, we are the Storage Bros, and this is the Storage Hustle. This is how we turn containers into cash flow. Just to be honest, it makes it really cool.
Yeah, it legitimizes
It makes it really cool.
And the quote was like 12 grand.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it didn't make sense.
It didn't make no sense.
Yeah, it's actually quite bad. It wasn't until like it set in, because I think I was just excited.
Call George up. George, we've got 3 check-ins on Friday, and we've got approximately 0 more units. We're back.
We're back.
Where are we?
We're in Unit 3. We're in Unit 3.
We're in Unit 3.
Yeah. I feel like we've not even mentioned Unit 2.
No, I don't think we have mentioned Unit 2.
No. So
what was it? What's Unit 2?
So we've branched into indoor storage.
Yep.
Which was something we thought we'd never ever do, right? We came up with the idea, and the idea was just strictly containers.
Yeah, because of, I think, what we've spoken about before, because it's kind of modular.
Yeah.
You can add more containers as you go. You know, although you're doing site layouts and site design and maybe groundworks and fencing and stuff, you're not doing any fit outs or anything like that. But we've somehow managed to open an indoor storage facility as well, which is Unit 2.
Yeah, and that came about because we were diving into the kind of logistical world, weren't we? We were talking to a potential client about just housing some stuff for them, warehouse vibes.
Yeah, it's like pallet storage.
Yeah, logistics in terms of like moving pallets to whenever they needed stock. And we thought, well, this could be a new part of Storage Bros. One day we're driving into the yard 1, and we see a to let sign next door. And what do? We stopped, called the phone number. Turned out to be the same landlord of our Unit 1.
Yeah.
Who we didn't quite have a relationship with at the time.
Yeah.
Because we were still kind of subleasing our first yard.
Yeah.
Got the keys, walked in there, thought this is perfect. Crunched some numbers, put some quotes together, because like I said, we were solely getting it for one potential new client, potential new division of the business, right? So it didn't end up playing out that way, because they very politely turned us down, which is probably the best thing that happened to us, because I said to you, let's still do it. Let's take it and convert it into indoor storage. And again, the numbers kind of added up, right?
The numbers made sense.
Yeah. And then it led to us having to do the fit out.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did a design. It's about 1,200. It's a 1,200 square foot warehouse, essentially, like indoor warehouse. It's not huge, but it's not tiny. We did a layout design on the CAD software, divided it up into 15 units, run the numbers off that. So did like a forecast and a rough P&L. Decided it was a goer. It made sense. And because at that point, right, we had Unit 1, the yard, for quite some time, and the units had been full up for quite some time. And even though that we were actively looking at sites elsewhere, we were, to be honest, we were looking around the country or anywhere in the south.
Yeah.
We were looking at maybe taking on new sites, because that's the only way that we were thinking that we could expand. And then this kind of landed on our doorstep, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally landed on our doorstep. So the numbers made sense. We'd done a design. We'd had a chat with the landlord. It was pretty much good to go.
Yeah. But even when it comes to like the design side, like it was like just working with containers, it was simple because it's a 20-foot container. Or maybe we get some smaller ones, but 20-foot containers. So you already know the square footage of that, and you just plop them down, right? But going into the internal ones, we were like, it's a free canvas, a blank canvas for us to do whatever we want, whatever size we want. So we did break up the space into different size units off a bit of research, but also off of just, let's see if this works.
Yeah.
What ones are we going to become most popular, and what ones are not going to become popular?
Yeah. So we've got a range of, smallest one, we've got 15 square foot, which is essentially a 1 meter by 1 meter box. And then the ceiling height is 2.4 meters. So that's our smallest unit, going all the way up to 120 square foot.
Yeah.
Which is almost the size of a container. So what is it? It's a double garage?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
double garage, almost the size of a container. So I think we estimated that we were the smaller units or the mid-size units, we've got 25 square foot, 55 square foot, 35 square foot, 70 square foot, 120, you get deja vu, 120 square foot. Yeah. 120 square foot is the biggest one. And we were under the assumption, based on some research, we weren't just going on a hunch, that's not like us, that the mid-size units are going to be the most popular. But as it transpires, it's actually the larger units that are a bit more popular, which is really good because we've also got loads of more 20-foot units, which we'll come on to.
Yeah. I think then it comes to, once we've got that design laid out, we thought pricing. We still want to be competitive. We still want to maintain the competitiveness that a 20-foot container has. But obviously we were aware that being indoor and being a bit more secure holds a bit more value, right? So it was tough for us to figure that out to start with. But I think we hit a kind of good point where the customers seemed really happy. And we were happy, and it just made sense. That was it. Like we did compare it to the bigger boys, but idea is that we wanted to be a bit cheaper just to get going on it.
Yeah. We definitely undersold a few of the units, but we just didn't. Well, when we didn't quite have a grasp on prices. Yeah. But we've got some customers in there getting an absolute bargain. We didn't really know how to price it, or we did, but we made a few mistakes.
Yeah, and I will say this, like we do take this very seriously, but there was one customer that I gave a ridiculous price because I was very hungover on the check-in, and I did get it wrong.
Got it wrong. You looked at the wrong line.
I sold in the wrong room for the wrong price.
Yeah, it was like a 50 square foot unit,
and now I'm paying the price for that. But look, this is the whole point, right? We
live and we learn.
We live and we learn. But I think for us, it was like a really nervous time of like kind of Noah's Ark vibe. Like you build it. I think we built it. Like we spent weeks, so we did the fit out by ourselves, which is.
That's
also another thing we'll get into in just a minute. But once we built it, we thought, now what happens? Like people have got to come in and we've got to market it now. So it was quite nervy, but it paid off for us because we were full again within
a couple of months,
and it's been full since then.
Yeah, couple of months. So that was almost a year ago now.
Yeah,
almost a year ago.
Yeah, that
we finished the build. We thought the build would take 2 weeks. It took 6.
Yeah,
because we did it we did it ourselves, just the two of us. Evenings, weekends, a few full days in there.
Yeah,
but we went all the way up to Middlesex, Huddersfield.
Yeah, all
the way up to Huddersfield to pick up the materials. We'd seen on eBay. There was a supplier selling like kits. So you'd buy all the materials and it would make a room. So you'd get the door, you'd get the sides, you'd get the channels, you'd get a load of screws.
Wait, what was the one thing you didn't get?
What was the one thing we didn't get?
Instructions.
Yeah. There was.
It's like buying a flat piece, like a flat pack piece of furniture, and you get home, you're like, it's 1 step, 2 step, 3, and you're like, this is easy, right? We had nothing,
and it was
absolutely nothing,
and it was one of those ones where we were like, how hard can it be?
Yeah, obviously, it was what we thought.
Yeah. So we went all the way up to Huddersfield in a van.
Yeah,
picked up all this material, drove it all the way back, and then I think it was the next day we started fitting out. Right, just us, a couple of impact drivers, a load of tech screws.
Oh my god, yeah.
and away we went. But the way it worked is like we got stuck at the first hurdle. Like we were trying to put up the first corner, couldn't work out how to do it. It was really finicky, and like you'd put one bit in and then another side would pop out, and then we were calling the supplier like 3 times in one day. And like I'm not going to say they weren't helpful, but they were kind of like, you're on your own now.
Yeah, they were like,
you'll figure it out.
They were proper. So we're on the south coast. They were proper northerners, right?
Yeah.
And like, fair enough. They were picking up the phone. They were helping us to an extent until the point where they just got like, just figure it out.
Lads.
And look, we did, and we got there.
Yeah. I bet they get that quite a lot.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So we figured out how to do it, and we just started smashing it out. So we were doing, I think our goal was to do one room on the first day, which was an epic fail. We did not hit that goal at all. But then by the end of it, we were doing what? Depending on the size, we were building like 2 or 3 rooms a day. Mm-hmm. Got it finished. What else did we do? So that was the fit out. That was the main bulk of it. We then installed CCTV.
Yeah.
We then installed a brand new access control system because it was all just analog. It was all just like a padlock.
Like bolts.
Sliding. Yeah. So obviously we had to upgrade that to get, people to be able to check in and check out and things like that. And then we were finished.
So
we got some signage.
We got some really cool neon signage.
Yeah. The new neon.
And then I guess like now in hindsight, what would we, if we were to talk about what we'd do differently, what would you look back and say, I would do this differently? Or if you're giving advice to someone now who wants to do something similar, what would you say? And I know one piece of advice I'd say, a really important one.
What's a really important one?
Okay, my first one.
Go on, you go.
Get an electric rivet gun.
Oh. Yeah, the electric rivet gun.
Yeah, like hanging the doors alone had 4 hinges, 3 rivets in each hinge.
Yeah.
And how many doors did we say? 15 doors or whatever. So
they had to be riveted into the door and then into the frame.
Yeah, so you just imagine that. It's just like...
whatever the maths is.
I think we looked at the rivet gun and we were like, £200. We're like, no way. Absolutely not. We'll do it by hand. I think we must have bought like 3 or 4 rivet guns by hand. And I would go back and change the rivet gun. But anyway, that's...
Yeah. So we riveted... Well, it's got to be in the thousands.
Yeah.
In the thousands?
No, probably not. But
Hundreds.
let's just say
Hundreds.
in the thousands.
With our bare hands. I've still got the blisters from it.
Yeah. So what else would you go back and change or do differently?
What would I do differently? What, for Unit 2 build?
Yeah.
I wouldn't put... the main signage on the front door.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go with a vinyl sticker.
No, so we went with... The front door's got like... If you've not seen it on TikTok or our socials or anything, it's got like a big sliding door that like... I don't know how it slides, to be fair. But it does. And we thought...
It worked.
We can vinyl wrap that.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
No, it did not come. That did... No, to be fair, it came in 2 parts. The first part went on really well. It went on fine. The second part was just... Yeah, that's where the air bubbles come.
It's got a few creases in it.
Yeah, a few creases. But I think we'd redo the sign. I'd agree with you on that one. But I think also like it's important to say we'd kind of run out of money by then. Like in terms of like we're fully self-funded up to this point, and anything we'd earned off the first yard, we've reinvested to go again in the second indoor unit. So I think for what it was at the time, absolutely works, and it still works. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there. It works great. People are really impressed by it. We love it. Mm-hmm. It's completely full up. It's full of customers. Yeah, which is really good. We've got people that use the facility on a regular basis. Like we've got a couple of people in there that come and access their stuff 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah, they can back straight up to the doors, open it up, load straight in. I think we've done pretty well, to be honest.
I think so.
We've done really well.
Look, we've made some really, really good upgrades since then as well. Like we've worked with Impost. And we put an Impost outside. And that came down
to... Parcel locker.
Yeah, the parcel locker. And that came down to two scenarios. Obviously, one for us, it was like, it's dead space, so we can make some free revenue. Mm-hmm. And also it helps the community that are just opposite us, which are a load of flats. So it just, to be honest, it makes us look really cool.
Yeah, it legitimizes it,
makes it look really
because
cool.
Obviously Impost, you see Impost lockers everywhere now.
Yeah.
So people have that brand association with Impost, which is now on our forecourt. So now you have it's effectively a national brand, right next to our brand. So it legitimizes what we do. It gives people, potential customers, more confidence in us. Yeah. An independent brand. And hopefully it drives footfall as well, which I think it does.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, it's not going to make us rich, but it pays the electricity bill, that's for sure.
That's true. Oh, we also did something else actually. What else did we get?
So we've got a company called 24 Pure Water, and they have, I think...
Is it a 10-foot container?
It's a 10-foot container. Yeah. They have 15 or 20 10-foot container units that they've converted into self-dispensing filtered water dispensers, machines.
Yeah, yeah.
And they essentially they rent the space from us. So we have one of their 10-foot units on our site, just out front of Unit 2, and their customers are people like window cleaners, car valeters, who require filtered water for what they do. So they just pull up next to it, fill it up, pay X amount per litre. It's all connected to our mains, and then off they go.
Yeah.
And they pay us a ground rent for that. So we've maximised. That's two things we've maximised on our space with Impost and 24 Pure Water, just essentially adding more monthly recurring revenue.
Yeah, I think because that's the important part, isn't it? Like, it always comes down to the square footage you've got available to use, to how you maximise all of that space as much as you can, right? So that's why it came down to the design, putting the design in, trying to figure out how wide the hallway should be. So now even the outside bit, thinking, what's this dead space that we're all paying for anyway? So that's why it's kind of just seemed like a no-brainer at the time. And again, also, it drives people to us. It's not like revolutionary. It's not revolutionary and like people are queuing for every day, but it still drives people to us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like it's more exposure for us. Like, we're really embedding ourselves in the local community here.
Yeah.
With obviously, with our existing customers, but just our presence now is a lot bigger, a lot more legitimate than it was before.
Yeah.
Which I guess leads us on quite well to Unit 1, which is our original yard that we first started subleasing a section of it with 4 containers back in the day, back in 2022.
Yeah, it must be now.
2022.
Yeah.
Started with 4 containers, and now, how many containers have we got? Oh, no. Okay, not containers. How many units? Because it's now, obviously our journey is 0 to 100.
In Unit 1.
No, just in general now.
How many have we got?
I think it's 58.
58
units.
58
We've
units.
gone from 4 or 0.
Yeah.
But 4 initially to 58 units in less than 2 years.
Yeah. Going back to Unit 1, which is like you just said was our first yard with 4 units, subleasing, which is what we mentioned in episode 1.
Episode 1, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've covered the basis on that, but we've now taken over the full lease.
Yeah,
on that
full
one.
brand new commercial lease.
Yeah.
On the entire yard, which is about
I can't remember
10,000 square foot.
Sounds about right.
11,000 square
Sounds
foot
about right.
yard originally with a unit.
Yeah, there was
with a office type warehouse, not warehouse, workshop type.
Yeah,
unit.
office type, workshop type, garage type thing that was there. We first thought we'd repurpose that.
Yeah.
We would turn that into indoor units like we'd just done.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Until we started walking around with some potential suppliers of doors and whatnot, and we thought,
contractors and whatnot.
This doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It was. That was the idea, right? Just, it needed some work. We knew that. Subdivide it up.
Yeah.
But it was very, like the main entrance was just a normal pedestrian door. We knew that we would have to convert that to industrial roller shutters, access control, the internal fit out, big rewiring.
Yeah.
Roof. Well, as we were walking around, we were like, oh God. Roof,
No, so to be fair,
doors.
I think the first time I walked around, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I walked around with the landlord and I was like, we can do this and we're going to do this and we're going to do it. So realistically, I'm like sat in here selling him the dream, being like, this is what we're going to do. Yeah. And then I think I came around with you one day and you were like, this is horrendous. And I was like, yeah, this is actually quite bad. It wasn't until like it set in, because I think I was just excited the first day getting in there and having a look.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until it set in that I thought, yeah, you're right. It wasn't fit for purpose for what we wanted to do. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it as a building, as if you wanted it for an office, and if it was going to work in a yard, it would have worked. You could have made it work. But for us, it just didn't work.
It was not. It didn't suit indoor self-storage.
It didn't. So then that's when led us to the tough conversation with the landlord, who we just agreed a new business commercial lease for that yard. We want to rip down your building.
Yeah, that was the That was the conversation, wasn't it?
It was. And look, it wasn't like we're doing it, we're ripping it down, otherwise we're walking away. Like, we wanted to work with them because we were already working with them on Unit 2, right? So it was important that we maintained that relationship. So to approach the idea of taking it down, we approached it quite softly to start with, I think.
We had a bit of back and forth over, a couple of weeks? Basically saying the best thing for us is to take it down because we can put units where the foundations were.
Yeah.
So if the building comes down, we can put units there. We've worked out we could fit roughly between 6 and 8 more units, which would be more effective in the long run.
Yeah, so it turned out our actual return on investment, we would be better off paying to take it down and put units down than we would be to pay to do it up and convert it.
To repurpose it, exactly, because it needed a lot of work.
Yeah.
Even just, I think we got a quote for the first contractor that was on site, and that was for the roller shutter doors to convert the main entrance to an industrial roller shutter, to replace the 2 that were already existing, which were, like old garage type doors. And the quote was like 12 grand.
Yeah. No, it didn't make sense.
It didn't make no sense.
So what do?
We ripped it down.
Well, actually, and this is the first thing that we didn't do. As in,
to be fair,
we've done everything up till that point.
Yeah.
We
did think about it though. We did think
wrong.
about grabbing a couple of sledgehammers and just ripping the building down.
We absolutely did think about it. But
or hiring a digger.
We really wanted to do that actually, but we just decided that for safety, it'd probably be best that we get someone professional in to sort this out for us. Yeah,
and I think we were being quite realistic with. I guess there wasn't like a hard time constraint on it, but we wanted it done in a fairly timely manner.
True.
And we've both got a lot going on.
Yeah.
So it was a case of realistically, if we decided to do it, it would have taken maybe 3-4 times longer.
Yeah. And I guess
for it to come down.
Like that comes down to something we talk about quite a lot. Like we talk about time versus money and what's the better way, what's better used for us. Is it time or is it money sometimes? And again, this is a bit further down the line from us building up Unit 2. So again, there was a bit more cash flow back into the business. So the business could afford to pay for someone else to take it down much quicker than us.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of got to make that decision of like, is it more effective to get people in to do it? So that's what we did in the end.
And we just stood there and filmed it sometimes.
Yeah, we got some good content. And bought the lads some donuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that the building came down, and we have now filled that yard completely with 20-foot containers. Yeah, we're completely chock-a-block now. We've got a little bit more space for maybe a few more 6-foot containers. Yeah, the little 6-foot by 6-foot Containex ones. But probably maybe about 5 or 6 of them, and then that's it. Then we're like completely maxed out. When did we place those containers?
We placed them in 2 stages, didn't we? So we had phase 1 of, maybe phase 56 by now, whatever you want to call it. But in the stage 1, I think we placed 8 down, just all in the row, up into the building. And then we let those out. I guess that was maybe took a couple of weeks, if that.
It was quick. It was quick.
Yeah. And then once the building came down and it was ready for the other units to go down, so we had another 8 coming in, I think. To be honest, we'd sold some of those before they'd even hit the ground. So I was having to call our guy, our container guy.
Unit group.
Scott, a unit group. I was having to call him saying, look, Scott, I need some units tomorrow. Like even if you can just give me 2 tomorrow, because I've already sold these 2. And it was like really fun actually. And I remember the time when we placed the order for those ones, I was in Spain and I was laying on a Lido in a pool.
Yeah, you're on a stag do.
Yeah. On the phone to Jamie being like, how the hell are we going to sort this out? But again, like what an amazing problem to have.
Those are the good problems.
Those are the good
problems is, call George up. George, we've got 3 check-ins on Friday. And we've got approximately 0 more units. Yeah. What are we going to do?
Yeah. And obviously, as you all know, they all come in pairs. So you can't just get 1 tomorrow. You're going to you want to get them in pairs. Effective way. So, I think we've now got, 1 or 2?
I think we've got 1 or 2 currently available. Yeah. but only because we've had a couple of checkouts.
Yeah.
It's not like our lead flow is really good.
Yeah.
The demand is still there.
Demand is definitely still there.
Yeah, which is nuts, because there's always that worry, isn't there, of like, especially when we put those 8 down, which was like our first containers in ages.
Yeah.
Our first units in a long time. You put them down, and obviously the first thing you could do is go, damn, are we going to be able to fill these? And always, every single time you're like, damn, is this it? Have we hit capacity?
And do you know what? I think we're also learning as well that, like, I didn't really understand, or I didn't, and we still might be wrong, but this is my understanding now, is that I didn't understand that the storage business is kind of seasonal in parts.
Yeah,
when these units were all going down, it was summer holidays, and some of them had already gone, some of them hadn't, and now we're down to the last few of them before. I was thinking the leads have gone quiet. You just start panicking naturally, right? So you think, oh my God, leads gone quiet. And then we kind of had a chat about it, and we're like, well, no, maybe actually once people finish their summer holidays, their school holidays, and it goes back to normal life, it will kick off again.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Exactly the same thing has happened.
It kicked off. So now we're sat at around near Christmas time. Leads have definitely dropped a bit, but I think we've done a few years of trading now where we can kind of start to see a pattern, which is really interesting, because I never knew that an industry like this would have seasonal effects.
Yeah. But it makes sense, right? Like, I remember this time last year, I remember us panicking because we were like, we've just built unit 2, we've just got these indoor units, and like, it's really slow.
Yeah.
But it was pre-Christmas.
Yeah.
It was all pre-Christmas. And then as soon as you get to after Christmas, as soon as you get to January, bang. The unit 2, all 15 units, fully occupied by February.
Yeah.
Like, it was a case of just riding through the trough and then, catching the top of the roller coaster again.
And I guess like other panics, what other panics have we come across during our terms? Like, a big one for us is competitors in the local, like, very near kind of area to us.
Yeah, we've had some pop up.
Yeah,
and like,
since we started. It's changed.
So that's been another challenge, is how to deal with competition, what to do when a new site pops up and undercuts you.
Yeah.
What do you do? But obviously,
there's a short answer to that. Is nothing.
Nothing. You stay
at your position. Yeah, and it works.
Yeah. Just like Dean Booty said.
That's advice. So you were listening to Dean Booty. So for those of you who don't know, Dean Booty is probably like the god of self-storage.
Yeah, self-storage royalty.
Absolute legend. Super nice guy. And when we were starting out, that's what we were listening to. Did we mention that in episode 1? We must have mentioned. I'm surprised we've not mentioned it in every episode yet.
Yeah,
we must have done.
Because that's kind of how we got into self-storage, was through hacking self-storage. We used to listen to it on a regular.
But one of the things he would say, and a piece of advice that really stuck with us for some reason, I don't know why, but it was just stick at your gun, stick at the price.
Yeah.
And if someone's coming along undercutting you, don't worry about it, because what will happen, they'll get full, and then everyone else will then trickle to you.
Back to you.
And then they'll be annoyed that they're on this revenue stream of, well,
lower they'll be on lower
stream.
Revenue, so they've shot themselves in the foot.
Exactly.
And we'll maintain our margins.
Yeah.
It's just a waiting game. And back when we first used to listen to Dean Booty speak about that, it was more like preparation.
Yeah.
But that has actually happened to us.
That
has actually happened. Like, we've got competition in the area now, but I think what we've done is we've stuck by our guns.
Yeah.
We've held our price. We've held our service. We've established ourselves as the premium independent self-storage provider in the area. And that's where we're at now, which is...
That's actually a bit mad. It's quite mad to hear.
Pretty nuts. So we've got Unit 1.
Yeah.
We've full commercial lease. We've got... Oh, how many units have we got in Unit 1? I know the total amount of units is 58. So 51.
51? No.
51 across Unit 1 and Unit 2.
Yeah.
So we've got 15 in Unit 2. And so that brings us on to Unit 3.
Unit 3.
Which is where we are sat right now.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's a bit work in progress.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a mishmash, but we see the opportunity in it. It's 9,000 square foot-ish yard with about a 1,500 to 2,000 square foot industrial unit, which was originally HGV mechanic.
Yeah.
It's got very high ceilings.
So I'm looking up because, the ceilings are very high.
Very high ceilings. And we've got big plans for this place. With the outdoor space, it's fairly straightforward for us.
Yeah.
It's a yard. It's a really good yard. It's got hard standing ground. It's a good rectangular shape. We've currently got 7 20-foot containers down there now.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to fit total of 17 ground level units. We're not going to double stack, or at this point in time, we're not going to double stack. What we're going to use this unit for is, aside from being a podcast studio, so hopefully you'll be actually hearing from us in less than 6 months' time.
Yeah.
We have also added, we get inquiries quite a lot for removal services. And not only that, the leads that we are talking to, our customers that come to us for storage, sometimes they've already appointed a removals firm, right, for the removals arm of their storage journey. So we have decided to offer removals officially as a service.
Yeah.
Which is what we're going to use this unit for. So we're going to be offering not just self-storage, but removals and storage.
Do we have any experience in removals?
Absolutely not.
No. Are we going to have experience in removals?
Of course we will.
Of course we are. Because that's what we do. We want
do.
to figure it out. And they're so one in another, it just makes sense for us just to try and figure it out.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this was a big reasoning as to why we took on Unit 3.
Yes, because otherwise we would probably be a bit stuck as to what we do. With this unit, it's probably to convert this into indoor self-storage is it's a bit too big of a project.
And the landlord's
doable,
already made a joke with us saying that you're not going to take this building down.
Yeah, which we're not.
So we promised him we won't take this building down.
We're not going to take this building down. So this is Unit 3. So that takes us from Unit 1, 2022, to Unit 2, all the way up to Unit 3, which brings everyone kind of up to speed on the last 6+ months. Things have moved quite quickly, but we're really happy with the pace that things are going. And weirdly, sometimes we think that things aren't moving quick enough, but that's probably us just being impatient.
Yeah.
So that kind of brings us up to date. It probably concludes this podcast. But one thing I would say is future podcasts, it hopefully won't be another 6 months till you hear from us again, because we now have a podcast studio, which will evolve over time. But we've got lots of things that we need to talk about. Everything that just happened in the past 6+ months, we have had to fund.
Oh my God, funding.
Funding is a whole episode that we'll probably do. Like how have we funded this all? Because it's been a bit different to our previous approach of funding, which is bootstrap it. We've got loads more things to talk about. We've got financing deals, negotiating leases. We've loads of stuff. We've got a new system. We've got new CRM software.
Yeah, we've upgraded lots.
We've upgraded loads in this time as well. There's loads of I guess like pieces that we can fill in the gaps. So episode 3 of the Storage Hustle. Thank you very much for listening to episode 3 of the Storage Hustle, where we, the Storage Bros, tell you how to convert containers into cash flow. So join us for episode 4 next time.